Yes, yes, yes. Today's date is August 5th. It is Black August. We are back. The show is presented by way of StreamYard. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and IG right now. I am Ironheart. That is Dez. That is DJ No Name. And we are the Black Collective known as the HL Podcast. How y'all doing, fellas?
Oh yeah, we here. Let's we here. It's good
We
to
here.
be back.
Good to be back. Yes, sir. Good to be back. Good to be back. We are now available on Ironheart and Spotify. Coming soon. It will be on iTunes as well. As soon as I figure that shit out. But we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get there. Possibly on some other platforms too. But we happy about that and excited about that. So now you can listen to us drive. Thank you, Gary, for that. You know, Gary was preaching that even last year.
Yeah.
Put us on get us on that audio. So thank you for that, man. Please, people, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow us on all of these platforms. We greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope everybody liked the new intro. We got something for y'all with the outro as well. Great things happening. We out here grinding and hustling. But of course, this HL podcast, we got a lot of things to get into. Black politics, of course. What the hell's going on with Trump and this big, beautiful bill, this bullshit, from busing in Texas and they fleeing out the state. Like this shit is going bananas right now in politics. Got our new segment. What time is it? Game time. When we get into a lot of our sports conversations, we got DJ No Name on the mixer. All right, he gonna get into it with his stories, with his topics. All right, of course we got our real MC segment. Dez gonna drop his film review. Was it a film or was it TV? Or was it a TV show?
This one's gonna be a TV. So this one I got
TV show. Okay. All right, bet. Of course we got our top 5 or 10. I know the fella's gonna get on me about it, but it's okay. All right, we're gonna get through it. I got a response to Stephen A. Smith.
Oh man.
Okay, I got a response to Stephen A. Smith. Yes, ESPN. Oh, it's fine. We're a small underground podcast. We get it. He may not hear the message, but damn it, I'm gonna say it. All right. For his comments to Michelle Obama. It's absolutely ridiculous. But first up. Hold up, fellas. Y'all ain't tell me I have my background music on. Hold up.
I didn't hear it.
I was like, I ain't hear it either.
No, we good. We gonna set the tone right now. All right, so first up, and unfortunately, okay, we lost the good brother, great brother, Malcolm Jamal Warner. All right. When he passed, what day was that? That was last week, right? No, it was 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, July 20th. All right. Unfortunately, passed away. Very sad. Just very sad that this happened. Very shocking as well. All right. We all know Malcolm Jamal Warner from the Cosby Show as Theo Huxtable, right? The only son in the Huxtable family. But also part of the duo with Malcolm and Eddie. And just did a whole bunch of other, TV shows and movies. He was in Tuskegee Airmen back in '95. Just a great dude advocating for positivity within the Black community. Yeah. Especially within the hip hop community and within the entertainment community. So, just want to send the condolences out to the family and all his friends. It's just very sad how it happened, and he will be missed. He will be missed.
Sure.
That was my comment.
Yeah, it's just that caught me off guard, and then when I heard the story about it dealt with his daughter too, so she witnessed that right then and there. Like I felt that even more. I have a 16-year-old, and then I also have my battles with water too. At a very young age, I almost drowned. When I watch movies that have water scenes, people be underwater like a little too long, I start to feel it. So when it comes to stuff like that, man, it really hits home. So when I saw that and just completely caught me off guard. And yeah, man, condolences. And Malcolm and Eddie was definitely one of my shows. If I'm not mistaken, it used to come on randomly on MTV2 as well. I still, it was like college days and such like that. So yeah, my condolences to the family and friends. Real sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was it was just kind of it's one of those ones, I feel like every time from beginning of the year through the middle of the year, you're going to hear about a death. Mm-hmm. And this one particularly was like, it's like losing a big bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just weird. Like, I still don't personally know I know I'm sad. I still don't know how to really personally like take it all like in, because it's like, dang, like, bro, really gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And it's like, I had the privilege of watching him on most recently on a few different shows. Like, I know he was on The Resident, and he was on another show I watched, and I saw him recently. But he was on The Resident, and I think it was The Resident that he was on. I got to go back and look at it. But it was a doctor show. I think it was The Resident. But he still got it, man. And it's like the thing I like the most just about him as an individual is how he advocated for us as brothers, how he advocated for us as Black people in general. Most importantly, he never got caught. You know how a lot of times child actors, you see the drama and stuff. He was just one of those ones who you could tell he had a system around who looked out for him.
Right.
And even hearing stories of how he got his name from like his pops, talking about he named him after Malcolm. I want to say Malcolm X it was, or
yep.
Yeah, and yeah, man, this one's just weird because it's just kind of like it kind of like makes me feel like, dang, we getting up there, but also too in the sense of like, dang, we lost one of the homies, like, you know. So
yeah, there's definitely I won't say to the full magnitude, but it's definitely was a shocker, like Kobe, like Chadwick, you know, like those were just like, whoa, like what, you know. So this was definitely a shocker. So, but yeah, man, rest in peace, rest in power to Malcolm Jamal Warner. All right, people, about to get into rather the HL news. All right, got a lot to talk about. New segment, Black politics. All right, and in this segment, we just want to discuss, of course, politics, but how everything that's happening right now is affecting and will affecting, you know, our community, right? The Black community, the impoverished community, right? You know, the middle class community, right? In some cases, the poor communities. Like how all of this, you know, with this big, beautiful bill, which is the big whack ass bill, if you ask me, how all of these things are going to affect us. I mean, you know, this administration clearly is deliberately, yes, of course, attacking Black people because they're just so racist and bigoted ass administration led by one of the biggest racists and bigots. But they're, you know, especially white people right now, they don't realize like they are attacking you middle class, poor, under, you know, like uneducated, you know, they're attacking that community. They are literally trying to strip us of our education, you know, the right to have an education, right? The again, just with the health insurance, right? It's trying to strip Medicaid and saying that, oh, people who do have Medicaid shouldn't have Medicaid. I don't think anybody that's on Medicaid doesn't need it. Like if you're on it, or Medicare or whatever, I'm sure you need that, right? You need that help. You need that assistance. I don't get why people would just be on that if they had insurance from their job or what have you. But this big, beautiful bill, right? No tax on Social Security for millions of seniors. That's what they're saying. All right. Permanent relief for small businesses, historic funding for national security, right? But there also in there is huge tax breaks and tax increases. All right. So tax breaks, obviously, for people who are making over a certain percentage, and tax increases for people making below that certain percentage or in that particular tax bracket. And the funny thing about it is it's not going to immediately kick in. Oh, no, it's going to kick in after the midterms next year. OK, very strategic, Trump. All right, because, hey, midterms, election time, they can play on that, right? Oh, hey, you know, don't forget, you know, your taxes are getting lowered and all bullshit. All right. All of this is bullshit. All of this is bull crap. All right. They are literally trying to defund the country. They are literally trying to defund the American citizens, and we all need to understand and wake up and come together and understand that this isn't just about Black people. I understand white people, we get it, right? You thought literally it was just going to affect us, and it's affecting everybody out there. All right. This is the, just a copy of the Constitution, right? And these are the signers, okay, of the U.S. Constitution. Now, fellas, do y'all see anybody brown up there? I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm kind of squinting my eyes to make sure I ain't missing.
Yeah, I'm trying to squint too. I don't really see it. Yeah, that's because the Constitution was not written for us. It wasn't signed by us. Okay, it doesn't apply to us. Okay, so Black people, we need to understand that right now we need to come together more than ever during this time while these things are affecting us. This shit is getting real. All right, we got people out here stressed to simply just pay bills and survive. All right, this is not a game. They talking about gas prices haven't gone there. If they haven't gone up yet in your state, they're about to. All right, all these things are about to take place slowly but surely. Even if you haven't seen the effects, you will soon. So, fellas, let me ask you this: how should Black people be responding to this administration deliberately trying to strip everything from us here in America?
I get out in the midterms. That's all I can tell you is get out and vote. If you don't get mad or complain. And,
but vote. So Des, I feel you, but vote for who? Right? Can we trust the Democrats now? If you were Democratic, is that even? Because we see how they sway, how they go back and forth, right?
Well, I think I wouldn't say there's obviously something going on with the Republican Party where some Republicans don't agree with it. So I say that's why I say go research and see who you will want to vote for, because you may not rock. I don't rock with Democrats at all. I don't really like how the Republicans vote. I think another party should come up. A Libertarian is not the party at all, or just what is that one? The Green Party. Like they're not the party at all, or either. I don't vibe with them. But find who you resonate with, because as a candidate, but more importantly, too, look at your local, and I think, and educate yourself the best way you can, because even to things where they strip us from the knowledge we can receive, there's a banned book list. I go buy those books I can have for myself, my family, and I give to others. And it's not somebody else's job to educate you; it's your job to educate you. It's your job to go learn. Nobody's responsible for your development but you. And I think it's important to go out there. And if you're expecting somebody to do it for you, that's not at this point in time, it doesn't work. But I do think a start is going to find a candidate and policies, things that resonate with you. If that's Democrat, great. If that's Republican, that's great. But at the same time, make sure you understand where you're going and where that lands, because no matter what we do is going to affect somebody. So you just need to figure out what side of history you want to be on at this point. And I think that's my take.
Yeah, I echo everything Des said. 'Cause I'm not sure if I can add too much to that outside of the fact, what I stated a few episodes ago. We just really need to be there for each other, more than ever, because we can't even focus much on what's going on in the outside world because of stuff that's happening inside of our household. Just like you said, there's stress over bills. Fam, I felt like I just paid a bill, whatever, and it just came back 2 weeks later. Time is even flying to where it's every other day I feel like a bill needs to be taken care of. And just like Dad said, we just need to educate ourselves, go out there and do what needs to be done to see it change, shift. And until then, we're just gonna have to fight through it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and more provisions in the big beautiful bill, as they are calling it, all right, extends the 2017 tax cuts. All right, so that is now, I think Biden tried to eliminate that, and what Trump implemented, that is permanently now extended. All right, tax deduction for qualified overtime income, tip income, okay, tax credit for seniors, increasing the child tax credit by only $200. All right, pro-Alaska changes, all right, phasing out green taxes, all right, so anything that helps the environment as far as, electronic cars and different things like that. green rooftops, in buildings downtown, right? That actually help the air quality, different things like that, right? That doesn't matter. Private exploitation of public lands, okay, requires the leasing of at least 50% of public lands that private companies desire to lease for drilling, mining, and logging. Okay, that's interesting. All right. Increasing the debt ceiling by $5 trillion. All right. Medicare drug negotiation. All right. We seriously have to negotiate whatever the fuck, so that elderly people can get drugs that they need, that you all subscribe because you all gave them and told them to eat bad food and told them this and told them that, and for years, and now they're finally older, and now they need the drugs that you're telling them to subscribe, and now all of a sudden there's a negotiate. What are we doing, people? That shit sounds insane. What are we doing? What even sounds worse is, look, this is a picture of, y'all know what this is?
Man, that's Alcatraz, ain't it?
That's Alcatraz. Okay, that's Alcatraz. All right. Well, this is supposedly alligator Alcatraz. All right, down in Florida. Okay. This is where ICE is apparently sending all the black and brown people now that they're rounding up. All right, they're sending them to that concentration camp, because it is a concentration camp, people. If you don't know what the definition of a concentration camp is, it's pretty much sending people to a place and isolating them against their will in a specific area or environment. All right, that is concentration camps. Okay, and that's exactly what that is. This is Alcatraz. All right, this is torn down. This is nobody's there no more. This is not alligator Alcatraz. These are concentration. Honestly, they look like what is it? The toilets that go outside. I forgot what those things are called.
The porta potties.
Porta potties, exactly. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of porta potties and shit together. This, I don't know what else I can say about that other than.
I think, but this is why I put that. If you can't put that alligator Alcatraz again. And I want to put that picture up, Rock, if you can. The alligator Alcatraz.
Oh yeah, I got you. Hold up.
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep saying, get out and vote and keep educating. If you choose to want to continue to vote Republican, and I'm not gonna say it's not like Democrats can't do it. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I got the answer. But what I will tell you is, if you think it's just gonna be anybody but your people at some point in time, if they can do it now, they can do it to anybody. And the reality is I'm not going to say maybe we don't need border security. I don't know. Maybe, but there has to be more humane ways of doing things. There has to be, and outside of that, there's other systems where we see in other countries where everybody has universal health care. We don't have it. Everybody has certain things that we don't have, that we won't try to have. Because, and I at this point don't even want to say, because corporations, and they may get you, he's speaking up against big corporations about having healthcare. The next thing you know, I go missing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy these things that happen. And I don't really know the answer. The church will tell you is Jesus coming back, and my faith causes me to believe that, and it allows me to believe that, I should say, and I stand on that. But at the same time, it's sad. And so when you get out and go vote midterms, and you come around for the next election, and we still don't know where we're at because we're so busy seeing the smoke and mirror, getting distracted by everything else. What is really happening, just know that if it can happen to this certain group of people, it can happen to you. If it can happen to this person, it can happen to you. And it's all of us coming together, kumbaya, protesting and doing it. I don't know what it is, and I can only tell you, find a candidate you like. I feel like all of them are full of shit sometimes, and there's ones who really are not. And it's sometimes, and then you see that they are. And this whole thing is at least try something different. If you haven't voted last time, try voting this time. Try really, not half-ass voting. Try really going to find somebody. And if that's Republican and you like everything you're doing, so be it. That's your choice. That is absolutely your choice. I don't think you're on the right side of history with that. And I don't want to label all Republicans. There's a lot of them who are trying to fight it. And I know that's not what we're saying, but I do think go find somebody who lines up with you. Because I don't think politicians, the last real politician in my book that I liked was John McCain. I just felt like he was the last one. It was other ones too that were on Democrat. But for me, him and Obama got me into the whole thing, wanting to learn about it, and just seeing him just stand up because he didn't want to be a part of like that early nonsense when he saw where his party was going. And we don't really see that nowadays. You got what Mitt Romney, he was trying for a little bit, and it's like, and I don't know too many other ones. And I'm like, and I'm not a Republican myself. The reason I'm speaking out is because we don't really have too many to say something, but I do know people who are. And I just think this is your party. Just like there's things on the Democratic side that we can sit up here all day and point out. But it's like, we all got to some point figure out a better solution because what's happening right now is affecting all of us in more ways than we need to. So get out there.
Absolutely. People. About to get into our next segment. What time is it? Game time. Woo! All right.
Game time.
So, Sports. Football is back. All right.
Back, baby.
It is officially back, even though it's preseason. We don't care. All right. It is football. Yes, ladies, football is back. So, do whatever y'all need to do. Go to brunch on Sundays. We don't care. All right. Just make sure we got the beers ready. Our sandwiches, hoagies is set. We got the chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, women be tripping. Like, that's all fellas need. It's just simple. Football, hoagies, some beers, talking shit with the fellas. That's what we need. Got the Eagles, of course, those defending champions coming back strong. Everybody going at them. Certain people saying he's not a top quarterback. We'll get to that in a few. Tripping, right? But fellas, just what are y'all, how y'all feeling about this NFL season? What do y'all think are going to be some of the top stories? Maybe a potential move that interests you that was made. How y'all feeling about the NFL season coming up?
You want me to get it first, Des? You got it?
Yeah, you can go ahead because I already got mine. I can tell you.
Yeah. Man, you already know. Football is football. I'm going to always be ready. I'm going to always stay ready. And shout out to my girl. I sent her something sports related like yesterday, the day before, and she said, You know what, Gary? I'm going to start supporting you in your love for sports. I'm not going to even give you a hard time anymore. I said, you know what? I need that. I need my more support when it comes to sports because I take this very serious. And you already know what it is. Lamar. Can you please? All right,
what he gonna do? What he gonna do?
Lamar, can you please get this ring? I'm tired of being reminded Joe Flacco got one and Trent Dilfer got one. Can we just, Lamar, please? I'm tired of looking at Josh Allen. I'm tired. He got the Hard Knocks that starts tonight. I'm not trying to watch that. Let's get this ring, fam. Let's get this ring, please. And it's official when the NFL's back when the initial kickoff was a fumble too. The Hall of Fame game, first kickoff was a fumble.
Oh, I didn't even peep that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we definitely back. It's all about Lamar and the Ravens. I don't care about nothing else. It's all about Lamar.
We'll see what he's about to do.
You see who they playing Sunday night, week 1. The Bills.
Oh yeah. In Buffalo. Tour. That's right. In Buffalo.
In Buffalo. Revenge tour starts.
Hey, they better do their thing. Hey, what's my man, the tight end? Hey.
You about to lose your job.
Hey man, I need my man to lead the league in every statistic tight end related, fam. Cause I'm still not over that.
They need to go trade for Terry McLaurin.
I'm here in Baltimore, man. He was lucky he was welcome back for real. After that. Man, they was looking for his ass all up and down Martin Luther King Highway.
Ooh wee.
Go ahead, Des.
Well, mine every year is R&R. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders first. You can go Raiders. So, just standing on business. You can put them as my dark horse, or you can put them to win it all. I don't really care. We're saying Raiders first.
Okay.
And then my other R is going to be the Ravens. There's only 2 teams I cheer for. It's going to be that. Lamar is my favorite football player. I cheer for him. I like Lamar. You know what I'm saying? So I really want him to get it just because he needs to get over that hump. But this is probably going to be the last year if he doesn't do it, because at this point, it's not. I'm going to be right back again. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I was happy when Jalen got his. I'm always happy to see any of the brothers who are quarterbacks win and just switch it up. I was happy when Pat Mahomes got it because I think Pat was just different when he was on this streak. But any of the Raiders or the Ravens, you know what I'm saying? I like Josh Allen too, but I just don't think. I think they want him to get it so bad where it's like. I do think the Ravens, though, before I do switch, they should go get the wide receiver who just asked for a trade in Washington, Terry McLaren or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Go get him. Go get all the weapons you can load up. I know Derrick Henry is there. I'm hoping he has the same season, but Ravens. My dark horse to win it all and my sleeper, I really do think the Cowboys is the team to watch out for this season. I really do, because picking up all that's to do is throw to one of his two receivers. Now, Micah asking for a trade, they ain't gonna trade him. I don't even think that trade happens. You know what I'm saying? I can't see that happening. Jerry ain't trading nobody.
Definitely ain't trading nobody.
Yeah, they ain't trading nobody. And the reason I say they really don't have nothing to lose and they have nothing to gain but to win. Like, so it's the one, you know, a team where you just ain't got no expectations.
Except for Dallas.
They really, but they don't. Like, their fans expect them to win.
That's what I'm saying, except for the city of Dallas, yeah.
It's like, so, okay, I'm with you. So, yeah. Like, that's my dark horse because they should. Like, I think on paper, you're really bringing in most of your team. You added a nice receiving core. Dak just needs to act like he's a quarterback. And you start by making a statement, beat Philly twice. You ain't gonna do it, but beat Philly. Like, but that's my sleeper. I think Dallas is a team that come mid-season, I would not be surprised if we're talking about Dallas. That's
okay. Well, Mike is definitely up out of there. All right, he's not coming back. All right, and he has it to where he can't get fined or something like that if he doesn't play. Like, not like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's something within his something like that, because they were talking about it. And like Trey Henderson and like I think like somebody else. If they kept holding out, they would have to pay ultimately the fines. But I think with Micah, some way somehow he doesn't have to if he decides to get it out. But that's done. I think he handled it very professionally, very mature. And Jerry's just an asshole. All right, he's just a slave owner. Let's just call it what it is.
Come on, fam. I've been saying that he is a slave owner.
Bro. That's how he acts, right? Like, and Micah, from all accounts and all, the details that we've heard, he handled it very professionally, right? They talked. Micah said, okay, holla at my agent, iron out the details, get the paperwork done, and we good to go. And it never got done. And then Jerry starts talking about him and Dak and all this. Cowboys aren't winning. Listen, I don't wish nothing on nobody. But as long as Jerry Jones is here, Cowboys are not winning.
That's exactly what I told a friend. I swear up and down, word for word. I said, as long as Jerry Jones is there, y'all going to get the same thing over and over.
And real quick, Des, before you jump in, DC got it right. They done signed a $1 trillion deal to get their stadium because they knew what? Washington was not winning until they went back to DC because they ain't won a Super Bowl since. The Cowboys, Jerry Jones is in your way. Go ahead, Des.
No, it's just real quick. I agree with it. Like, I'm not a Cowboy fan. My frat brother, my line brother, he a frat. He is. Shout out to my boy Dan. And I would say this: I pray for the Cowboys' downfall because any of your good players, they can end up being Raiders. So I'm okay with it. I think CeeDee Lamb will look great in a Raiders jersey. I think that I pray for all y'all teams to lose because all it does is help my team. My team has no hope. Jalen Hurts, hey, we need a real quarterback. Gino, I'm not knocking you. You're great. You're a little older. I want a younger to go with our thing. Jalen will look great. You know what I'm saying? Send whoever. Lamar, you can't win over there? Come to the Raiders.
I might trade for Shador. Let him sit behind Gino for a year.
We should have drafted Shador.
That's all I'm saying. I don't
understand our whole thing, what we were doing. I know I like having Pete back. I have issues with Pete sometimes, but it's the USC lover in me. I like having Pete back. But like, I'm gonna just say this and end it with here. Once the Raiders fix their quarterback, I gotta look at our receivers. Because I'm gonna be honest, I ain't paid attention after we drafted our running back. I was cool. I turned it off. I ain't paid attention to nothing. But the headlines I've seen trades football wise, I ain't looked at my Raider stuff. I know we got a Christian Watson, I think his name, or whoever his name is, something like that, leaving, or Christian Wilkinson or something like that. I don't know his name. But he's leaving he's acting suspect, and it's getting real weird. But all I'm saying, my main point is Cowboys, your downfall, the other end of it helps the Raiders. Eagles, I hope you guys have a great downfall because it helps the Raiders. Ravens, I hope you have a downfall because it helps the Raiders. Because at the end of the day, somebody is going to be in a Raiders.
Well, we know who's not. All right, that's neither one of these two brothers. Okay, they will not be in the Raiders uniform. Okay, but Cam Newton has some interesting things to say. Pretty much, Jalen Hurts is not a top even 10 quarterback, simply because he has a MVP candidate running back. He has two all-pro receivers. He has a good tight end. He has a great line. The defense is, according to Madden, the defense sucks. But our defense is, pretty good. We shut down and beat up Mahomes. Because we have all of that, he can't be a top 10 quarterback in this league. Although this man has been to 2 Super Bowls. In both Super Bowls, mind you, he outplayed Patrick Mahomes. Even in the first one was more of a duel, and he outperformed him. The only thing that messed him up was the fumble that turned into the touchdown. That was literally it. And this one, of course, our defense did the majority of the work, but the man still put in work. He still threw some touchdowns. He was still throwing that ball. And Saquon didn't have the best Super Bowl. He got us there, but his Super Bowl, he didn't really have to do much, right? Because Jalen was throwing it and the defense was doing their thing. Only other quarterback other than Patrick Mahomes has been to the Super Bowl, I believe, within the last 5 years is Brady, Burrow, and Purdy and Stafford. And I think that's maybe Goff is in there too. Goff. That's about it. Dang. Not Josh Allen. Sorry, not Lamar Jackson. Dang. Sorry, not Justin Herbert. Not Baker Mayfield. Not all these guys that Cam Newton wants to put into his top 10 quarterbacks. Because his definition of top 10 quarterback is you can't have none of that stuff. You got to have a trashy ass running back. You got to have trashy ass receivers, tight end. The offensive line got to be trash. And you have to be able to still go out there and throw 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. You figure out a way to do that, you're a top 10 quarterback. Now, I understand the underlining, like where he's coming from in the sense of, sure, if you do more with less, that shows how much of the ability you have. I get that point, but to just cancel out Jalen Hurts like he's just a quote unquote, what do you call him, a game manager, like he's a Trent Dilfer or like he's a Rex Grossman or somebody, that's absolutely insane. All right, the man is skilled. The man throws the football. He has 2 receivers that they just extended. Clearly, they want to play with him. They want to play in Philly because he knows he gets them the ball. Devontae Smith with that deep ball is crazy. AJ Brown with them slants is But and then of course Gilead Kid. All right, he responded to Cam Newton, called him out. Then, of course, Cam Newton responded back. Then Johnny Manziel, where the hell Johnny Football been at? He gets involved in it, saying he going to slap Gilly. This shit has just been crazy. Just a quick question. Do y'all believe Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback?
Okay, so are we talking all time or just currently with the
currently, not all time. I wouldn't put in top 10 all time.
I turned it off when I heard the thing. Because there's 2 things I want to say is Cam has the right to feel how he feels, and everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Sure.
But Jalen Hurts, and I'm gonna go just off what Rock said. That first Super Bowl, I don't remember that score. You're an Eagles fan, you could tell me.
We lost by 3. It was like 38-35. It was a high.
Let's be honest, and you shoot it to me. The game that I watched, nothing told me that Philly could not have won that game.
Absolutely.
And if they would have, let's be very clear now. We're going to hypothetical this real quick. If they would have won that And then they still came and won that second Super Bowl. That's 2 Super Bowls he would have won.
Mm-hmm.
And he would have been a 2-time MVP, right? Because nobody in that game played better than him, right? In that one Super Bowl, he did not have Saquon Barkley. Am I right that year?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So now, I'm more of a basketball person. I'm not all the way football. I know enough to hold the conversation. But where I'm going is Jalen Hurts is not going to, he's a different set of quarterback. It's the same thing like Lamar. Lamar is, I think he throws way better when he came in. And I think he's better on certain things. And I think Jalen can throw the ball. I don't get that. I know his deep ball probably needs a little work, but at the end of the day, he's still a great quarterback. I don't think Jalen Hurts is a game manager. So if you could give me those 10 quarterbacks that are better than him, and he's a Super Bowl MVP, and he played a hell of a game, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's better than Jalen Hurts. Then Cam's argument is strong. But I can't name, because who you gonna say? Lamar, Pat, Josh Allen,
Burrow,
yeah.
Joe Burrow.
That's why
when you was then Jalen Hurts should be in there.
I was looking down counting, and I kept coming up with the same 3 to 4 names before I can even reach to 5. So it's like, how is he not in the top 10?
And I'm gonna end with this too. And because there's a conversation, and people who are watching, I encourage you to go look at. There was a conversation where Joey Badass and Gilly the Kid, and they started getting on the subject of gatekeeping. And Joey, in my way, he kind of like, I don't want to say he checked Gilly because I don't want to make it seem like that, but Joey was just like, nah, it's corny because I'm an anti-gatekeeping person. I've always hated it. And we got to stop, because it's the same thing I get on people when it comes to Kobe and Shaq. Like, we got to stop, you got to not have a team and struggle to win. Right. Says who? Like, it's the same thing with parenting. Like, I struggled. My parents, they worked hard to get where they at. My son shouldn't have to struggle. Like, what the fuck? Why would you want somebody to struggle just to get there? And you can't penalize. And I get it. There are some scenarios where that is that. But the whole point of the team is to win. It's the same thing when we go get on LeBron James because he wants to go. Don't get mad because old heads, y'all don't think about doing that. Don't get mad. I get it. And I love Kobe to death. My boy asked for a trade. I was not going to be mad at Kobe. I wouldn't have been a Kobe fan. I'm a Laker fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, these players play to win. And you can't get mad that his GM went and got him Saquon Barkley. You can't get mad that Antonio Brown,
AJ Brown,
thank you. And then Devontae Smith, and you go get him, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, you why are you mad at that? You had Christian McCaffrey, bro. Christian McCaffrey.
Steve Smith. Yeah, Steve Smith.
So
and
you got
somebody else. I can't think of the tight end. Greg Olsen. Greg Olsen.
Yeah, I was drawing the blank. I was like, he had a nice tight end too.
Yep, Greg Olsen for years. Yep.
And they wouldn't do that to nobody else. That's where I think, I'm not gonna say it sounds jealous. I hate to do that because I don't like to put that on a man, but I'm gonna end with this. You wouldn't. I've never heard that said about any non-black quarterback. Period.
And that was my point. Why are you coming at Jalen? There is a limited amount of us already in the league. There's even a more limited amount. Pat, Lamar, and now Jalen that are successful black quarterbacks. It's literally those 3. All right. Yes, Patrick Mahomes people is black. All right. So it's literally those 3. And you're going to shoot the man down. And he's one of them with Patrick Mahomes that has a Super Bowl. Why is he getting the shit?
Yeah.
That was my thing. Why him?
And I know Gary going to say something. I'm letting him go. But there is one thought that I just wanted to say is that we have to, the real thing to me, we have to stop when it comes particularly to black athletes, because we attach struggle to our people so much that, like, I think, and I personally, I'm gonna say it like this. I think the problem with Jalen Hurts is that he doesn't fit what they would deem the culture. Like, you know what I'm saying? The narrative that they put in there. Jalen Hurts is a clean brother, married his lady, took care of his stuff. It's the same thing with Bron. I know there's people who be like, oh, behind the scenes, Bron is this way. But I ain't never heard it nor see it. That's just something you saying. So right. Bron same thing with Steph Curry. Because these brothers are like this way, it's like y'all always have to find a reason to tear them down. And I don't like that. I used to be guilty of that too. And it's like, for everyone that's like the John Morant, it's our Anthony Edwards. It's okay to have a Jalen Brunson who just hoop and he just hang out with his friend. It's okay to have a Miles Turner who just wants to play with his Lego set. Like you gotta normalize, you know what I'm saying, brothers who they just them. And it's like, and because my thing is, I don't like the attack of Jalen Hurts, period, because they try to get him when they caught him with Trump. And I swear I'm done after this. They try to catch him up with that, and he didn't want to make no comment on it. He's entitled not to talk politics. You know, now you're trying to catch him up and compare him in this because he doesn't play this way. Because here's the reality. He can win an MVP next season. Y'all still going to find a way to trash him because you do it with Lamar. Lamar can win a Super Bowl next season. You can still say he wasn't the MVP that year. In my perfect world, Jalen wins the MVP, Lamar wins the Super Bowl MVP. We all happy, and it is what it is. But no matter what, they're going to trash it. Pat Mahomes, he's great until he doesn't fit your system. So, like, I'm done, man. I just don't like the attack of brothers who don't do anything to earn that. Like, we don't got too many clean-cut dudes who are just, and I hate to use that. I hate to try to, you know what I mean, though? Like,
but you're right. We know what you're saying. Yeah.
And we go do that. Who not out here talking the battle of the sexes, what Cam Newton want to do with shit, and not out here trying to. Let me stop because I ain't gonna attack that brother the way I want to. He wrong. I'm just leave it there.
Well, you know a quarterback who has done more with less.
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Talk about it.
That's why he's been the MVP.
Come on. So let's start there. And then number 2, this is exactly why I am pro ring culture. All that, I don't care what you say about me. I got the ring.
Got that ring. Yep.
Fam, that's why that's when you said LeBron, fam, I actually started rooting for LeBron when he went to the Heat. I was like, get your ring, fam. I wasn't mad at KD. Like, it was fam, like how he moved, but he got his ring and he did numbers. If you don't like it, then stop it. Stop him. Stop whoever. That's what that's why I'm so pro ring culture, fam. Just to get all that, all that just go over my head. Cause Cam Newton is just and that's what messes me up too. Cam Newton is so cold. And then he had his chance in the Super Bowl and didn't pull through. So then it's like you talking down on somebody when you couldn't get it done. So how does that work, fam? That's just it needs to stop. And this is why I can't stand people sometimes who are from that field end up having a podcast. That's why I don't like active NBA players having a podcast during the season. Please tell me how that makes sense. Why was Draymond Green part of the TNT staff while the season was still going on? Can somebody please explain that to me? Like all this has to stop, fam. Ring culture, Lamar, get your ring. Yeah. Just get your ring, fam. Now, please, now, right now. Go and get the receiver from Washington. Go and get Michael Parsons. Get everybody.
Get everybody.
Just get everybody.
Load up. They're going to question you no matter what. And
no matter what
we got to add, and we don't have to get on that today, but the next topic we should do is the main one that we always skip over. When do we hold owners accountable? Because the Cowboys situation is like, because there's a double-edged sword. We hold these players accountable. Jalen don't pay the players. He can't pay who on his team. Lamar can't pay. Pat can't pay who on his team. They may have a say-so. It's the same thing with LeBron. It's like this whole, like, and I'm going to use Brian real quick because it's like, look at the offseason. It's Luka's team right now. Brian don't know if he want to play or retire, but they don't know what to do because they need to talk about something.
Yeah.
That's why I said, let LeBron go. Nobody cares he there anyway because, you know what I'm saying, John Stockton making the slick comment. I said, because he want to go get a ring and you didn't want to do it? Like, I'm not mad at that. I'm mad when it's not my team, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad when you do it the right way. I'm not mad when you go do it. I don't want to say the right way because we all are entitled. But when do we hold owners accountable?
Look, people, real quick on LeBron. A lot of those guys, man, are simply just jealous. Let's just call it.
1,000,000%.
They are mad because this man went to you. Okay, he's 4-6. Okay, fine. He went 10 fucking times. John Stockton, did you go? Oh, you went twice. Barkley, you went once. All right. Who else? Patrick Ewing, you went twice, barely. Please, people. All right. And you're mad that he's actively playing. He's 42. He's in great shape. He has a wife, kids. His son is playing ball, which none of y'all could. Jordan, I'm sorry. What happened with your son playing ball with you? Okay, all right, and y'all mad that he's a right, Des, and y'all mad that he's a billionaire while he's doing it. If that's just y'all can say whatever with the 4-6 and the flopping. All right, did the man went to your point, Gary? Did they win championships? History is going. What does history do with Bill Russell? He's won how many? 11.
That part.
Okay. What does history do with? What does history do with? If people forget about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, are you kidding? 6 titles and 6 MVPs, but people leave that out. They leave that, and I think he got 2 Finals MVPs. I think he won one in Milwaukee and in LA. People leave him out of the conversation. Tim Duncan, people forget about him real quick right now.
Yeah.
All right, that man was 1 shot away from winning 6.
Hey, that bunny he missed still hurts me to this day.
So come on, yes, it does matter, and they know it. That's like the history is going to say who won what. Right now, hey, Jordan's got 6, Kobe's got 5, Shaq's got 4. Like people, that's what everybody's going to remember. Nobody's going to, if you're not a historian like we are, in particular sports or what have you. You're not going to fully break it down. Nobody's going to remember that KD and how that happened. Nobody's going to remember that. They're going to remember he got two chips.
That's it.
It's simple. But, so, yeah. Cam Newton, look, man, respectfully, go bother somebody else. All right, go bother. Just go bother somebody. What's Trevor Lawrence doing this year? Let's see what he about to do. All right, what's Mac Jones or whoever's in New England? They done put the team around him. What you about to do? All right, Jordan Love, what you about to do in Green Bay? Dak, you back? What you about to do? All right, like let's pump the brakes. Like Jalen has it. He's got it.
Man, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I forgot Trevor Lawrence existed, fam.
Thank you.
I didn't remember who Trevor Lawrence was when he said that. I was like, who is that? Who is that?
NBA also has some moves. All right, Des, you're gonna like this one. Of course, the battle for LA is back. All right. Of course, to Des, it never was a battle, but we get it. All right. Kevin Durant is in Houston, and Houston has a squad, people.
I tried to tell
Houston
people
has a squad. Okay?
Hey, I'm gonna see if I can find that post on X. I swear, but down, I said the Rockets are going to be a problem in 2 to 3 seasons, and they jumped the gun like a season early. I'm gonna see if I can find the post.
They got a squad. Will they challenge Oklahoma City? All right. Also, Dame. Sorry, Dame. Milwaukee didn't work out, but it's okay because you're back and forth. All right, and you're getting $70 million to sit for an entire year.
Go ahead, get your money, Dame. I'm happy for you.
Get to be with his kids, right? And they're building. Somehow, some way, they're trying to build a squad out there for him. So we'll see what they do in Portland, and of course, CP3 is back with the Clippers, which brings up. Of course, we're gonna get into it, but real quick. Been hearing this notion because again, Chris Paul is potentially saying he's about to. Des know where I'm going with this one. I've been hearing this about him being top three point guard of all time. Chris Paul. All right. Let me tell y'all something. And y'all can disagree. I don't really care on this one, okay? He is not even top 10.
No, I don't think. I don't know. I was like,
we've already been here with this.
Chris Paul is not even a top 10 point guard of all time. Yes, damn it, I said it. I'm going to clip this and I'm going to post it also, okay? No, Magic, Steph.
Yep.
And it's not in particular order. I'm just thinking Magic,
right.
Steph, Westbrook, Jason Kidd, Tony Parker, John Stockton, Bob Cousy. Yeah, but he was part of those 11 chips. Oscar Robinson, Isaiah Thomas, Steve Nash. That's 10 off the break. Chauncey Billups. Okay. I'm missing shit. Right now you can throw in there Dame, Shea, a couple other guys. Especially Shea, he got a chip.
Ring culture. I told y'all, ring
That's
culture.
about 12 right there before I even say Chris Paul's name. Is he top 10 to y'all?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And the top 10 just starts in 2 order. You're either gonna go Magic or Steph.
Right.
Here's the thing:
Those
like
top
Shea is like Luke. It's really Magic, Steph, or whoever somebody likes in that order. Magic and whoever. Magic is gonna always get the number 1 spot until you just completely wipe him out. He's just
You're right. It's him and Steph. It's him and
it's just him and Steph.
It's Jordan, Kobe right now.
Yeah. You know, it's just that. But my problem, the Shea one, is the same thing I have with Luka, and like where I think the Lakers end up doing with Luka is not a true point guard. Like it's like I don't think Steph Curry is a true point guard personally, but like I agree. Yeah, so I think they're like that, like hybrid. Do you penalize them for that? Me being a Pierce? No, not too much, but Chris Paul is just a true point guard, and I think that is where I stop at. Do I think he's better than? Like I think I can argue Russ in the top 5 more than him. But I think from a traditional sense, before we saw this hybrid change of point guards, we were calling him the point god. There was nobody else but Chris Paul, just how he managed the game. What happened?
That's fair. That's fair.
What happened, Chris Paul has a shitty ass attitude that people started to see. And I think that affected. I used to be a huge Chris Paul fan. And I was like, yo, dude is kind of like an asshole on the court. And I don't know if that's who he is as a person, but it made me not like him enough to like advocate for him. And plus, I saw it more when he played against Steph, because Steph Curry is one of my favorite players. And I just think that like, I love, because we go LeBron, Steph, but it's really used to be LeBron, not Bron, I'm sorry, Bron. Like, we go LeBron, Steph, but it used to be before those titles, Steph and Chris, like back in the day. They used to go at it.
Oh yeah, the rivalry.
So proud.
Warriors, yeah.
I was so proud where Steph kind of like started to get Chris Paul again, because Chris Paul used to bully Steph. So I think he's top 10 overall. I don't argue with somebody moves him off the list, because we're just putting him on there, like at least for me, because the traditionalness of it. It's the same thing I feel with Stockton. Like I get Stockton's the all-time steals leader and has that steal record,
and assists.
But I think assists that like it's not really going to be
nobody's like, breaking those.
And I think the steals more because I'm
nobody plays defense. Nobody plays defense. Who breaks the steals record?
And that's I think it's not just that nobody played. I think they were allowed to get away with a lot more hacking that the game wouldn't allow.
True.
So that's why I think, and I'm not. I hate doing that because I feel like I'm not trying to discredit. And the reason I say this because some of those like things don't really, I think, hold up to defend Chris Paul overall. But at the end of the day, he's not top 5 for sure. Top 10's argue, because to me, the top 3 greatest point guards: Magic, Steph, and Isaiah Thomas. And Isaiah Thomas will always be the top 3 because that man beat Bird, Magic, and MJ. Like, and that is like that. Isaiah will always be. And to me, he was the first hybrid point guard because he wasn't your assist person. So that's why I can argue with you putting Shea in there and thinking it's fair. I can agree with your argument, I should say, putting Shea in there because it's like, because Isaiah was that first, to me, hybrid point guard. When you didn't see, I'm here to get assists, set my guys up. He did everything. But Chris Paul, overall, I think he's 6, and that's being nice. That's being very nice because it's hard for me to say. I'm even looking at it. He may be 7. He may be 8. Okay, he may be 9. Because even me doing it, Clyde Frazier, I didn't watch him enough to see. I
forgot about Clyde. The Clyde. I forgot about
because he was a great defender and he was a 2-time champion. Let me just end with this. I don't disagree with Rock taking him out the top 10 because he's that person. And here's going to be something very controversial. I just think minus the championships, Chris Paul is the equivalent of what Tim Duncan was for power forward position. He is just a true point guard.
That's fair.
I can see that. Yeah,
that's how I look at Chris Paul. I think he's the Tim Duncan of the point guard position, And if Tim never had titles, this is how he would have been looked at. But Tim was not an asshole, though.
Right. And people, I'm not saying Chris Paul is trash. What I'm saying
he's not saying
that. We're not about to do that with the top 3, top 5, Yeah. I can understand, yes, Des, from your perspective, how people could put him in that 9 or 10 spot because, yes, he is that traditional point guard that we all think of when we think of a point guard, right? A guy who passes, a guy who commands, he's a leader on the court. He, sets the guys up. He does. I can totally understand that. Go ahead, Gary.
Nah, I was like, I'm not even sure. I mean, I agree with both of y'all. I can't even add on to that because when you initially said top 10, I was kind of like, huh. But then you broke it down, and that's what he had to say. I was like, I literally can't. Like, I agree with both of y'all. Like, it was literally perfect what y'all said about Chris Paul.
Yeah, we've had it before. We talked about this before. Like, Rock has a good. Chris Paul used to be one of my favorite players, and like I said, the best I can say is when we go back to New Orleans, Chris Paul, and before Steph was Steph, before that weird transition where Bron was still, I think, with Cleveland or Miami, and but like it was just Chris Paul, the Banana Boat team, and Chris Paul was just looked at like he was the point guard that they would say. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think his longevity is amazing. I think he's great for being true to the position, but how it's changed so much. And we're just saying traditional point guards, okay, yeah, you probably get them, squeeze them in there. But overall, like it's even putting my list together. I personally got Jason Kidd over Chris Paul. Like he was a triple-double. Russell Westbrook. If it wasn't for if Russ gets one ring, and I want Russell Westbrook to get a ring so bad, and he doesn't really need the ring to be over Chris Paul. I just think it's an argument for Russell Westbrook in the top 5. That's who I really want there. Because I think Russell Westbrook, same thing as Chris Paul. I'm arguing. It was a season where we were like, yo, this dude in OKC is going crazy. Like, but it's just. I just think when it comes to Chris Paul, I just feel like 12-time All-Star. For me, that our era of basketball, because these new guys don't got it. I just don't. I'm not impressed right now. Like I just think our era, especially once again, I'm not keep trying to bring up Bron. When Bron gets ready to leave, there's just like that era being gone. We're seeing Chris Paul retire. We'll never probably see something like that again. Just that traditional point guard. It's hard to find something like that. But is he top 10? It's hard to say because Rock has a good point. I can say yes, but I can accept an argument why he's not.
Yeah. Press for time and everything. But real quick, do the ladies deserve to get paid? I mean, hey, the WNBA is expanding, right? The average WNBA salary, all right, is only $250,000 a year. Okay, so salaries in the NBA. So at minimum, it could be 66,000. Oh, I'm sorry. The maximum could be 250,000 a year. The lowest right now is 66,000 a year for WNBA. Right, and they're expanding. They got Golden State this year. I think Toronto's coming, Portland's coming, and then Cleveland, Philly, and Detroit are also coming. So they are expanding. But yeah, I mean, revenues is up, there's more people at the games. Do the ladies deserve to get paid? I say absolutely. I don't see why not.
Go to Gary. You can take that one on with Les.
Well, they definitely need to get paid. I just want to remind people that we need the Tulsa Shock back. We're supposed to have Paige right up the street. We're supposed to be having Paige right up the street. Caitlin Clark was on the. Caitlin Clark was active. She wasn't injured yet when her and Paige battled early this. That was supposed to be up the street, fam. That's supposed to be me front and center watching that live and not on TV. Let's I just want to put that out there. So bring back the Tulsa Shock. It might take a few cycles since y'all bringing back, the teams that was there from the beginning. Just bring back the Tulsa Shock as well later on down the line. Outside of that, they definitely need to get paid year by year. Everything you could think of when it comes to the W just increases. And it's only going to go up even further with the classes that are coming out later. Because Juju is staying the whole time. So you got in between that and then Juju, and then after that,
I think she out. I think she out
what you owe, fam. Pay them what you owe.
Juju needs to stay. Juju does not need to leave until she can become a Spark.
Juju out next year.
Juju.
She not.
Angel Reese gonna be gone too.
Angel Reese definitely gonna be gone.
Angel Reese coming to DC. She coming to DC.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, don't pay them women. I'm playing. I was like, I just clickbait, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, nah, man, like, I'm so over like them not being paid, bro. Like, I don't get it. I don't know how it works. I gotta like, and I'm a numbers guy. I'll try to like my best to look.
Yeah, you good at that too. Yeah. I can get a breakdown.
It's just like I gotta go because I have to go see like how if it's like a revenue share. I gotta go look at all of it, and it just bothers me. Like it bothers me to the point where I have not watched this season, and like only reason being because it's like when I saw their shirts, I didn't want to like really because I'm so tired of them not being paid, and that's not a reason not to watch. I know that, y'all, but it's just like the irritation of it because you see them, they bust their ass, yo. And I've been watching before Caitlyn got there. It was like, and and it's like, man, and I just, pay them.
You got a comment, all right? They don't generate enough money to get paid more like the NBA. It's a business, and
they don't need to get paid like an NBA player for $60K a year.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying they need to get $70 million like Dame. No, nobody's saying that. We understand that part. The NBA's been around since the 50s. They're more pop. We get it, right? The WNBA literally just started 30 years ago, right? And literally as of last year, really just started kind of taking off. So yeah, we get that. We understand that. Just do they need to get paid more? I mean, shit. Can Angel Wilson have the first $1 million contract in the WNBA? I think that's fair. Can Breanna Stewart have the first $1 million? Maybe $2 million, maybe $5 million. I mean, what are we talking about here? Not,
And I think you gotta like number wise too. That they don't generate enough. You got to remember, revenue follows the investment. So if you can pay them $1 million in college, like let's talk about it. Like some of these players, like Caitlyn was getting paid. They didn't want to leave because they was getting paid in college. Right. And it's like. So, like, you was paying them there. Now, you don't have to pay them, like me and both Rock saying, that money, but the pay gap is what needs to be acknowledged. So, when they're receiving, go talk real quick. This now that bothered me.
Well, now, I would say, there was a recent episode of All the Smoke, and Kelsey Plum was on there, and she broke that down, how that works, especially with the All-Star game, because they was trying to figure out what to do about the All-Star game. And I actually liked her suggestion. She was talking about putting it on Netflix and having it be a pot to where it can be super competitive and entertaining at the same time.
Here we go. I got the number I need.
Real quick, Des, we got another. All right, so we got Mr. McCluck. Hope I'm saying your name right. All right, they lost over 40 to 50 million last year. Now think about your job, and if you were the boss, should you get a raise if you're not hitting those numbers? Oh,
yeah, they're not. That argument puts it in like you can't use a regular thing like that because we don't make that revenue. But you're also ignoring the fact that they make still 20% less than league revenue. And NBA players get paid 50% more. So yes, I get if you're losing that. There's still a gap. Yes, you're right on what you're saying, but it still fill the gap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, you can't pay them this and watch them that. And like I said, it goes back in college. They were getting paid millions of dollars in college. And some of them are getting paid millions of dollars of sponsored Reeboks and all this other stuff. But when you're still making 20% than league revenue, fix that gap. That's what needs to be fixed.
Yep. All right. DJ No Name, you up? Got a new segment. All right, and look, the name, we can. I'm thinking DJ the mix. That's why I said the mixer.
No, we keeping that.
All right, I was. That's where my mind was. I was like, oh, that'd be tight. But okay, all right, bet.
Rolling with that, the mixer.
All right, let's get it. What you got to talk about, man?
So I do want to be clear. We had another subject about this in particular, and then something happened to where I wanted to dive even deeper into it, because me and Rock had a side conversation about this, and I'm going to bring it around either the next episode or the episode after, because I do think it's a subject that needs to be touched on. Very serious and sincere subject. Now, on a lighter note, with this time around, we're going to talk about quantity versus quality, and in the sense of Clips, Let God Sort Them Out versus Travis Scott and the Jack Boys with Jack Boys 2. Rock, I rock with you. I did not expect them pictures to pop up like that. I rock with you, fam. You on point with it for real. So, there was a quote unquote beef. I like to call it war on wax unless you're getting your hands put on. So I like to say war on wax between Pusha T and Travis Scott, because there's a lot of slick talk going on. Now, people were downplaying Push in the sense of the number game. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, what does that have to do with the album and the music being good versus the Jack Boys 2, which I have listened to? It doesn't come close to that, yet it sold more. So now it's being used against Push and the Clips that their album isn't good because of the numbers they didn't add up, even though they did over 100K being independent. They're only under Rock Nation for distribution, and I'm not sure of management, but they are under the Rock Nation umbrella. They're not dead. So their whole thing was being shopped around. That's another thing that took so long with the album to begin with. With the way they've come up there and then the rollout, this, that, and the third, compared to Travis not having to do much because he's Travis, I want to get y'all's take on how do y'all feel about that in this era at an all-time high when it comes to hip-hop alone, because I listen to Let God Sort Them Out every day, and the moment I listened to Jack Boys 2 was the only time I listened to it. So I want to get y'all's take. And Des, I want to start with you because you in hip hop. Like, you've been in hip hop since the beginning. So it ain't even about those two. I want to hear from your perspective, quantity versus quality based on the name. And how do you think there could be a shift to where people aren't so gung-ho on numbers and just enjoying the music?
I think that's just culture we are. I think it's just the number game is there. I think art is continuing to die because we keep putting numbers on it. That's why I despise social media, because it takes away from just the organicness. And I don't think we don't listen to enjoy. We don't listen for the purity of something. Is music, just in the music. Same thing with film. We don't watch just to watch. We watch it one time and critique it. We listen one time and critique it. And good music take time, because you can go listen to Thriller and it's still a classic. But for some people, it's like this new generation will say it's old. We base things on what's streaming or what's trending nowadays. Don't base it on just a cultural impact. And I'll use that when you say the Drake and Kendrick debate, is because Drake is going to be Drake no matter what. But you have people tearing it down. That's not having to do with his art. You just didn't like Drake, and that's okay. You can say you didn't like Drake. And then you got the same with Kendrick. And I think, because I was just telling somebody recently, using those two as a good example, Kendrick was doing what he had by himself, sold out Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. He didn't need this beat to be relevant. Did it help somewhat? Yeah, because people love chaos and they love that stuff. Same thing with Drake with Meek Mill. It's going to help because they love that stuff. And I think at the end of the day, we've gotten to the point that we don't really know what art is. It's always been subjective, but we just don't know. We don't have good taste, because if it doesn't trend, if it doesn't have these certain amount of numbers, we don't look at it as good. We can't accept the fact that Clips is back and they dope and they have Kendrick and they're working with Pharrell again. And the video, that the way that they did it without a major pushing, it's just dope. We can't accept that because it's not being pushed by bots and in your face. That's why I think the new Superman movie is crazy with the monkeys there and everything. So,
yeah. I have a different perspective. So I haven't heard the album yet. I'm not a big look, I'll rep Virginia all day. But how can I put this down? I was never a big Clips Pusha T fan, and that's nothing to do with his issues with Drake or nothing like that. I do have an issue with every time he or the group decides to come out, they have to stir up something, fair or unfair, or however you want to look at it. But when Pusha T's about to drop an album, he's got beef with somebody, and now with this, all of a sudden they went after Travis Scott. And I guess him and Pharrell had something, and of course they always gonna be loyal to Pharrell. We get it, but Pusha, Travis Scott isn't a lyricist. He's not going to drop a diss track and try to come at you. So I don't get what the whole angst was towards him in particular, other than the little, the behind the scenes stuff with Pharrell and all of that, and loyalty and pick a side. But my thing is with some of these guys, man, I get it. Rap is competitive, but we're a little too old for that. I'm not buying it from the Clips, and that's no diss. There's no disrespect. It's just really like that's where I'm at. Like, this is okay. We have to do this to get the album put. Shouldn't y'all just drop it? And shouldn't people just love it? Your fans love it. We all know that they're lyricists, so they're gonna spit something. It was produced by Pharrell, so I'm sure I've heard some of it. I just haven't heard it all the way through. So some of the beats and everything is crazy. To your point, Des, it's about the art. People should appreciate the art, and that's what it should be about. It shouldn't end up being about his beef with Travis Scott. And I feel like that's where it kind of went, instead of it being about the album. And then they go around and talking about this person and that person, and let it be about your art. That was my thing. Like, why do we have to stir other stuff up for your album to kind of push? And that's how it felt to me. And they do that often when they're about to drop, Pusha T especially in particular. So that was just my perspective. I just let the art speak for itself. We all know you're dope lyricists. People have been waiting for a Clips album for a minute.
I
think Let the Casket Drop was 2009. I think.
So people have been waiting for them, just like people are waiting for that Outkast eventually, right? Like, so I'm sure Big Boy ain't gonna come out and say, "Oh, this person's what." No, he's just gonna be like, "No, me and Andre back in the studio, we about to drop. Everybody's gonna lose their fucking minds." All right, like for real. So, and let it be about that. That was my whole thing.
And I never thought. I'm still shocked that a Clips album dropped, because I was really convinced that Malice was done. Like, I was really convinced Malice was done rapping, or at least in that perspective. It was good. It was good to hear them back at it, because they was rapping.
I thought he was too. I think that, like, and I think that's fair too with Roxanne. I just think that's where it's just hip hop. It's always going to be that. Like, I look at Tupac was the same way. Biggie, not Biggie. Biggie would do that. But like, there's so many artists who would like that. But I think too, the biggest thing with hip hop, I don't think artists are able to get away in this day and age, which I kind of like. It's like there's no more sweep under the rug, and I think that's why we see a lot of that. Like, there's no more like that. Like, because I don't like the stray, and I'm used to be guilty of it as rap. Like, where I would take the Drake route. I'm not going to say your name, but this is directly at you. You just don't know it's at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think there's been so much of that going on a lot in rap. And so I like people coming out with it. But at the same time, I'm not a person who likes beef rap anymore. I do think everybody should battle. If you're going to get it out, let that battle be and then be done with it. But I've never been I've grown out as I've gotten older. Battle rap doesn't move me in a sense because it's just, I don't know if it's real or if you're just trying to get paid off it, which I'm okay with either way. It's just get back to the music.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Well, appreciate that, Gary. Definitely a great topic. Definitely a great topic. Definitely appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Like I said, the name, the mixer, that's official. We stamping that.
All right, bet. That's a bet. All right, people, the real MCs. All right, first up, have you seen? Okay. So while we've been away, there's been a few things that have come out. All right. F1. I saw that. That was actually a pretty good film. Eyes of Wakanda. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was very
I haven't
interesting.
seen that.
Yeah, it was very interesting. Of course, Dez said it early. Superman. All right. All right. Yeah, that was interesting too. That was interesting too. Of course, Katrina, the new documentary on Hulu. If you haven't seen that, it's produced by Ryan Coogler and Proximity Media. Please watch it. I know it might bring up some old wounds for some people, but a lot of things in there like people need to hear. Because a lot of things I was like, I forgot about the levees being. But yeah, I ain't forget about that shit. No, we all knew that the levees was bombed, all right, and the storm didn't do that shit, and they break it down exactly what happens, all right. But great documentary as well. Fellas, what else has been? What's been going on? What else have y'all been watching? What's been out there?
What else have I been seeing?
Jurassic Rebirth or whatever. I watched that.
What'd you say, Des?
The new Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah. I saw that too. Too.
It was cool. That was cool. The Superman one, that was fire. I just saw Fantastic Four. That was cool.
Okay, don't tell me. I ain't see that one yet.
I was like, dang, I need to catch up. I was like, I actually want to see Superman. I just haven't had the time to be like.
Superman was fine. I think Superman was better.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Definitely a comic book. They take it back to this comic.
Oh yeah, Superman. That Superman. Just alone, I'm gonna get on Chief of War, but Superman alone was the best. Like, it just they did it right. Like, it was just done right. Lex Luthor was the biggest hater since when Kendrick.
He was.
That man hated Super, and the dude who played him, it was so good. Superman and Lois's relationship was like, it was so much more organic how they did it. Like, I don't want to give it away, especially like there's this part where she interviews him, and I thought that was like really raw. It was certain parts where it's like, it was predictable here, but I got the overall. It was just to set up Superman, and then the end credits that they gave us was dope. I really did love Superman. I'll give it 5 stars for me. That was like, I love how they did it. I love how they copy Marvel with the humor, and I was like, they
James Gunn. James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, that makes sense.
So it was fire. Like, could it have been better? Yeah. Could we have had the what was the dude, Henry? I liked him, but like, the Superman was still good. Like, it was very good. Outside of that, I saw Fantastic Four. I'll get on that the next time you see it, Rock. But I would say to Fantastic Four, I think Superman was better than Fantastic Four. I don't argue people who may have liked Fantastic Four, but I do think Thunderbolts was better than both movies.
Okay.
And then I recently, you want me to talk about the Chief of War? Get on this part already?
Oh yeah. Real quick, Garrett, just has there been anything that you've?
Nah, I've been catching up, like, stuff that's been on my queue, like my list. Like last night, I saw Monkey Man. I saw Monkey Man, the Jordan Peele joint. I rocked with that. I saw this movie called The Marksman. I'm not gonna say who was in it. I think my man is still racist. My man Liam Neeson.
Watch a movie with him tonight.
I tell Beth this every time. For some reason, no matter what streaming service I see, if Liam Neeson pops up, I'm like, yo, we watching it. It can be the trash. It could be the most trash movie to where I can't make it in 15 minutes, or it's just gonna be super watchable. And The Marksman, I watched The Marksman like, I think over this past week, and that was like the latest one. But yeah, I just been catching up like stuff on my list and on my queue, like not movie, but it's King of the Hill. King of the Hill just came back to Hulu, and I watched like the first 3 episodes, and it's super good. So it's like I just been catching up with stuff on my list, but I do need to watch like the actual new stuff. I just need to get back on it.
Got you. Real quick, there's before you go in, Eyes of Wakanda. Everybody needs to go watch that. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. How they did that, like with the watchdogs and So yeah, I like those stories, and then how they did it, like pretty much every different century, like then they explain this. So yeah, I like that. So Eyes of Wakanda, that was a good one. All right.
Ironheart. Like, I forgot that. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, Ironheart. Yeah, that was awesome. That was
epically disappointing in the end. Epically disappointing.
I get it, especially
I get it though. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah, I feel you. All right, there's reviews. All right.
Okay.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, we can I will say, before I get my review, one trailer everybody needs to go watch, The Long Walk. The movie comes out September 12th. It is.
Who's in that?
I don't know a lot of the actors' names, but I know their faces. That's what's bad about that. But the whole concept is like, if you get a chance, it's called The Long Walk. It's a horror sci-fi film. It's kind of from the same creators of Hunger Games and stuff like that. Trailer is crazy. That one's going to be a good little movie. But the one I have to talk about, and I'm definitely going to do a Haste Wars review for this one, people. I promise to get on that. I'm a little behind on my reviews. But Chief of War with Jason Momoa. Oh my goodness. I had the privilege with my family.
I heard about that, yeah.
That movie on Apple TV, or TV show, I'm sorry, is fire. It is, it's emotional, it's raw, it's powerful. I would say it is more, let me go look at my notes I have here because how I describe it. It is a historical kind of TV series, like a historical drama. I think that's what I had put it down as. So, it talks about, and anybody who, if I get these names wrong, please forgive me. I was trying to make sure I pronounced them the best way I could. But Kohana is a powerful native Hawaiian chief during the 18th century. As foreign forces and internal politics begin to reshape the Hawaii Islands, the show centers around Kohana's rise and tragic fall, portraying his internal battle between protecting his people in traditions and adapting to the rapidly changing world. So it's not simply a hero tale, it's layered in like just poetic and sometimes like heartbreaking moments. And I watched the first two episodes, me and my wife. It's going to be every Friday on Apple TV. Every Friday on Apple TV. The series is great. The first two episodes was fire. Jason Momoa is going to tell the bigger story of the Hawaiian chief who ended up merging all the islands into like one. Which has always been a debate because some people debate that he was black, and I always get like, but I believe it's Polynesian if I'm saying that, and I have a lot of friends who are Hawaiian.
Jason Momoa, he all right. He be invited to the cookout. He's
yeah. Jason Momoa did this. He's doing his thing in this, and I think it's just the bigger reason I like people to go see it because it made me think deeper of like just how like integration. Like how beautiful it is, but then like you see how a lot of like cultures we've lost. Africa is one of them, but you think about other places where they lost when they integrated and they lost their culture, their nativeness. And as I kept studying on particular this, and I encourage people to go look into the history of Hawaii and to go look into these things because the character, I don't want to give it away, but he's looked at as a betrayer of the people, but like it's deep. Like it's pretty deep, but it's like all he wanted to do, and we've seen these stories of like somebody who wants to protect his people's traditions in a rapid changing world, and it's like, yo, this is so crazy. But Chief of War, I give it 5 stars so far in those first few episodes I've watched. It captivated me. It's raw. It really reminded me of how Predator did when they had it in the native language.
Prey.
Prey,
the Hulu joint.
Yeah, like that. So like I like that, and and now this being more native Hawaiian, like I just think it's dope. Like I loved it, the cultural stuff. I love seeing when people's cultures can be celebrated, but it just stirred up so much emotion in me. It is violent. It does have its violence, and stuff like that. So any parents who may be like, what I'm saying, is this something Jason Momoa as a family? Nah, it's probably 16 or older. You would say, or maybe 18, but I would say 5 stars. It is more, think of Braveheart meets Apocalypto meets.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But it's powerful, it's tragic, visually stunning. Like, yo, I just got a new Samsung 77-inch TV, so I can't hold it. Like that new Samsung, shout out to the new Samsung OLED because the colors is popping on this one. But like, yeah, like it is. I encourage everybody to watch it. Chief of War, great, probably TV show of the year for me right now.
I like that. Appreciate
Yeah, I saw
that,
it pop.
Bill.
I saw it pop up on my feed. I think it was like just on the Roku home screen or something. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I just didn't dive into it to see what it was about.
Powerful, bro. Like, and when you go, like, I encourage both of y'all go look up the history of it. Like, you'd be like, dang, because like, and then just get it. Because I was in Gemini, like in the AI asking more, and I was doing research on it. Like when I was on vacation this week, just to learn about, because I never knew that. Black history. I didn't know Hawaiian history, and then to go look at it. And I would like to sit down. I know there's YouTube videos I'm gonna go look on and sit down with somebody who knows the history and ask more questions, because it's like once you look into it, it's going to give the overall story away. So it's not like nobody's going to know the story, but overall, it's kind of like him and the person who merged Hawaii together. They had different viewpoints. And this is showing from the person who's looked at as a traitor. At least this is how I see it so far. I only saw the first 2 episodes, but it's kind of like, yo, was he right in the end? Because he wanted to protect the history of his people, and the other person, he wanted to take on more Western ways, and but I don't know. Like, I don't know. I would like to talk to somebody who's Hawaiian about it. I'm like, yo, what do you think of this? But it's definitely dope. If you like historical stuff, because I love shows like that. And it's fire, man. I'll be on that all day. But that's my review. 5 stars. Check it out.
Yeah, I gotta get Apple because the Spike Lee and Denzel, the highest to lowest about to come out on
a week and a half.
Yeah.
Come on now.
A week and a half.
With ASAP, I saw the ASAP doing this thing. He said, he said he got 3 babies. He's like, yo, I need to pay that rent. So he getting his acting on right now.
Now Rocky about to be in a whole bunch of movies that's about to drop this year alone. Like he about to
Hey, Rocky can do it too, though. He can. I think he got the skills to do it. Though.
I mean, anybody in you're storytellers. So yes, that's an easy transition. Yeah, acting that's easy. People are top 5 or 10. All right, so I already know Dez about to get on me about this one. All right, we already know. But been seeing recently, all right, top 100 superhero movies of all time. All right, so of course we have to, drop our list. All right, now. Again, list, it's changeable. We can, we're going to talk about it. We're going to discuss it. I put some ones up there. I put some honorable mentions up there. Again, as I put in bold letters in our document, this is not a specific order. Okay.
He tried to save his ass, y'all. He tried to cover his ass.
But, and actually the first 2 I need to flip. So for me, I'll say for me, all right. Dark Knight, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, Spider-Man 2 with Toby, not Tom, Toby. All right, Spider-Man 2. Blade, of course, Winter Soldier. I know. All right. Winter Soldier. All right. Ragnarok, Thor, Guardians, Days of Futures Past, which a lot of people sleep on. All right, and I got some honorable mentions. Logan, X-Men First Class, the first X-Men, X-Men 2, all right, Justice League, the director's cut, the 4-hour-long Justice League one, not the one that, Batman Begins, Iron Man, Avengers, Age of Ultron. All right, so those are some now. What y'all got? I know some of what I said is gonna be in there in y'all top 10. So what's y'all throwing out? Who y'all adding? Which ones did I forget?
You could take Blade off and put Spider-Verse.
Put Blade off.
Yeah,
Blade's not even honorable mention?
Yeah, Spider-Verse was better than Blade.
Which one though? The second one?
First one. The very first one.
Nah, second one was better than that.
But it don't matter what. Put it this way: both Spider-Verses are better than Blade. It don't matter which one you pick; it's gonna be better than Blade.
Okay.
And it's not, and like I get it, but I think Marvel has so surpassed for Blade, and I think it's the nostalgia. I love Blade, and that's why I'm upset that they can't do it right. to fix it.
Mhm.
That's why I just give it to Wesley at this point and let him play.
Yeah.
But also too, I don't think your list is bad. I feel like this is premature. I feel like I'm gonna watch Winter Soldier. Like Winter Soldier is something that is on my list to rewatch. I started to do it again after watching Thunderbolt. I said, you know what, I can watch Winter Soldier because I'm that impressed with Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is
I haven't seen it Thunderbolts yet, but I heard like Kevin Feige was even talking about it. How like
I haven't seen it yet either, but I actually want to see it.
Let me break Thunderbolts down. Thunderbolts this list.
He was saying because like the characters not other than Winter Soldier, not everybody knew the characters, and you know what I mean. So it wasn't like people really rushed to go see it. But I heard it was really good. I did hear that.
I dare say a masterpiece because the way that they deal with grief, the depression, like the way that they told the story. Thunderbolts is like watching the first Black Widow with more depth, and I think and another movie I think that should be on this list, Logan. I think Logan should be on here.
Well, definitely. That's why I put honorable mention. But
I would say Thunderbolts. The two, I'm gonna throw a Superman in here, like not the new one, because the new one it's up there, but I like the Henry. I always get Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
I forgot about that one. Yeah,
Man of Steel. In there. Yeah. I'm never gonna argue against Dark Knight, but another one honorable mention, and it could be on the list. I think Robert, what's his name, Pattinson's Batman was so good.
Okay, yeah, that was good. That was good.
It was really, really good, and I'm mad they may not cast him as Batman. And it's almost more of a TV show, but I feel like it can still be on here. Penguin.
Yeah.
And I would take Spider-Man 2. You said that one. Which one was that? That was
Tobey's. The one with Doc Ock.
I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man is better than Tobey's. I do. Here's where Tobey is better. I don't understand Tom Holland's, because it's MJ. I think that's who Zendaya is supposed to be.
Yeah, she's MJ. Yeah, she's MJ.
Yeah, I just don't like, but it's not, her name is like MJ. I think it was something that threw me off. It's like, it's just, I don't know. I didn't get, that was the one thing that always threw me off. But okay, if she's MJ, I need to just pay attention to it more. It's like what? But like,
Tobey's was more real to, like, even like the first Spider-Man with him going against Green Goblin. It was like they were battling it out. Like it seemed like Dark Knight. Like it didn't seem comic bookish. It just seemed like, oh, this could actually take place. Like after everybody saw Dark Knight, it was like,
that's fair.
Did we just watch a documentary? Like that shit was like, oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't feel like a comic book movie.
Here's my curveball to you though. And here's why I think Tom's is better, but Andrew's my favorite Spider-Man. I thought his was the best.
What?
Yeah. Oh man, I loved Andrew's. When was it Gwen or Mary Jane who died with him for him?
Did she play Gwen?
Remember the girl who died when her dad was a chick? Man, that broke my heart. That was like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, like
that was Gwen. I think that was Gwen Stacy.
But like, I just loved his like, he played the nerd part of it so good.
True, that is true. He did. Yeah.
Tobey was just like Tobey was Tobey. It was just that era of movies we got, and Tobey's is not bad. I am not arguing that that's on there. It's just that I think you could pick any Spider-Man at this point.
True. Right? I get you that. Yeah, that's true.
So it's probably good that they gave us all of them in one movie.
Right.
Matter of fact, I picked that one. Since they had all of them, I'm gonna pick that one. That's the one I'll pick.
No Way Home.
And Doctor Strange. I don't think you had. Did you honorable mention that? Doctor Strange.
Nah, I forgot that one.
Those are my only ones. I think your list was, how Stephen A would say, fluid. Like it was right. I think it was. I liked your list. I'm actually not going to get on Winter Soldier because I do plan on. I've been trying to sit down and watch it.
Please watch that one again. Just please watch that one.
I hate Captain America.
Now, if you really like Thunderbolts, there's no reason why you shouldn't like.
I know. Thunder. Oh my God.
I'm sure it's like similar from what I saw in the. I didn't see it yet, but it looked like similar styles. Like Winter Soldier didn't feel like a comic; it felt like a spy movie. Like it was like, oh shit! Like it didn't feel like they were superheroes, and
wait till you watch Fantastic Four, and then you've seen Thunderbolts. Like, I'm interested when both of y'all see Fantastic Four, because like my son loved it. He loved Fantastic Four. Like, and that's my dad's favorite hero. So he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember this in the '60s." And I do want to say I thought it was dope that they paid homage that way, but.
What you got, Gary?
I like your list too. My number one, until further notice, is Logan.
Okay.
I read like
I'm
talking about instantly the moment I watched it, finished it. Like, it's been up there for a minute. I kind of compared it to Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, like just the feel, the storyline. Like Logan is up there, and it's been up there for a minute. Wolverine been my favorite since I was knee high to begin with, but then seeing something like that, growing up off him, and then seeing something like Logan, like that was up there for a minute. But but other than that, your list was very solid.
Nah, appreciate it. Yeah, and I'm sorry, real quick, and yeah, Logan, that was the Wolverine we were waiting for, yo. Like, it was like soon as we was like, oh yeah, this is it, the violence, yes. Yeah. Like them just stabbing people and like just the randomness of the violence too. It was just like all of a sudden you just be and then claws just come through your chest. Especially the twin dude, the cop twin, the robot twin. That nigga with his younger self. Oh, that shit was crazy. I was like, yeah, he was slicing that. Yeah, Logan was pretty good. All right, so they like the list. All right, so we good. All right,
he did good, y'all.
No, this was very solid. Yeah,
Spider-Man's in rotation. We had all right, so cool. All right, so we on to something. All right, people. As we always like to do in the show, please, people, make sure you go subscribe to us on Twitch, YouTube. All right, go subscribe to us on Ironheart Radio now, Spotify. All right, go follow us on all these platforms as well. Again, we greatly appreciate it. As we always like doing in the show, what's the question? All right, and it is Black August. All right, and we don't need black on black crime. We don't need black people going at it against each other. But this man, okay, all right, he decided to respond to our only first lady, all right, Michelle Obama. All right, where she made a comment, basically stated, hey, like, it's hard for me to watch ESPN. It's like watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right. And I watched this show thanks to my lady. All right. And some of y'all fellas might watch that show as well. And she is absolutely right. All right. All ESPN, Fox, they are, look, I stated this, we were talking about it. And I actually screenshotted some of the comments that I made just so I can regurgitate them. Okay. So in our chat, we were talking, and I said everything except being specifically educational in this country has to do with either drama, sex, and or violence, or all three. Okay. Everything. All right, news, TV, film, sports, politics. You can directly align the drama, sex, violence. ESPN, Fox, they are no different. Okay, especially when it comes to the drama aspect. All right, Stephen A. Smith, why do you think you're getting $25 million a year? It's because you're loud. It's because you do this. It's because you're doing that. That's what?
Asinine.
Yes, but it's also what? Theatrical. It's drama. It brings in ratings because you're so loud and outlandish and all of these things. That brings in, but that bring you going at it against Dan Orlowski or Shannon Sharp. The Lakers and 5 doing all. That's drama. That's TV. That's
Max Kellerman,
right? Him and Skip Bayless back in the day going, that was drama TV. That was reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
Period. All right. Fox News. I'm sorry, all the scandals that they be having. All right. Let's not get into that. That's reality. And then on top of that, you bring in, you bring in aspect. It's not always just about sports, especially with First Take. Are you kidding me? Stephen A. Smith, you don't step into, now he doesn't do it as frequently as he does on his own platform, but he still steps into the political realm. He still has actors and actresses appear on his show to give their takes or to talk about whatever's going on with them. All right. It is definitely drama, and every show is set up that way so that it's similar to Housewives. You have in Atlanta, you have a Potomac, you have a Miami, you have a Orange County, you have a Salt Lake City. Don't ask me how I know all these fellas. But you have all of these different Housewives shows. Why? Because, all right, Dad's looking at me like, how the hell you know? If you have a lady, then y'all know what I'm talking about.
Hey, we watch Pop the Balloon every Wednesday.
I know y'all do. Trust. But listen, you have all these different shows. Why? Because they all reach what? Different audiences. So what does ESPN and Fox do? They have different shows to what? Tailored to different audiences. Some middle class white man, guess what he's gonna watch? Probably Get Up, because they have what? Greenie on there, and mostly white people around him sitting at the table. Black people, what we probably gonna watch? First Take. We used to watch Jamel Hill and Michael.
Numbers Don't Lie.
Numbers don't lie.
Right? And that was they brought in elements of.
I think
they basically was doing a podcast, right?
I remember.
You know what I'm saying? So like we watched that for the theatrics, for the drama. Okay, most times we go to the movies to see what? Some sex, some violence, some drama. All right, all of that's in there. Most of the time we listen to music. What are we hearing? Sex, drama, and violence. All right, like it's every politics. Our president, y'all's president is the persona of drama, sex, and violence. Okay, like stop it. Yes, ESPN, absolutely. Michelle Obama is right. It is hard to watch these shows. Honestly, sometimes I don't even watch those shows, and I just go to Sports Center just to get sports highlights because I know they at least gonna show highlights and talk about highlights. And other stuff. Right, like depending on what's hot and what's going on, I may step and watch First Take, or or get up and watch Get Up. No pun intended. But yeah, like it's all there. So Stephen A. Smith, you are absolutely wrong, and Michelle Obama is absolutely right. It is like watching reality TV nowadays.
It is.
Like, Pat McAfee basically cussing right after like. What people gonna tune in and watch him again? You are building different audiences. Some people gonna watch it. Some people now watch Unspokesmanlike with Chris Canty and his outlandish dance, right? That's basically what Max Kellerman, Jalen. No, it was Greenie, Jalen Rose, and Michelle Beall. That's what that show was supposed to be. Before they canceled before they let Jalen Rose and Michelle Beall go, and they just kept Greenie. That's basically the same show. And what was that show built upon? Michelle Beall, are you kidding me? She's not bringing drama and all the stuff that she says? Yeah, come on now. So, yeah, Stephen A. Smith, you're wrong. Michelle Obama is absolutely right on this one. Period.
Mike.
Yeah. Got the mic right there.
People, that is our show. As always, we thank everybody for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. Fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to say before we head up out of here?
Nah, it's good to be back, fellas.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Good catch up. I'm back from a well-rested vacation, tired and sleepy, but I'm here, y'all. Like, being with my boys and chop it up. Y'all been missing replying and stuff, so I'm like, yeah, this is good, man. Sometimes I get on here and forget I need this energy. I'll be out in the real world just sleeping.
Yo, nah, for real.
Nah, it was good. This is a good episode, and I hope y'all vibe with us. Subscribe. Rock has been putting in work behind the scenes.
Yeah, a lot of work.
He's doing that part. Let me tell you, just shout out to you, bro. He took the advice when he came out here, and he went and he did it. And no ego and doing it, and I love it. I love where we at. So yeah, I'm happy, man.
It feels good. It feels good to be here, like officially, like jumping off the new season. So it's like I'm on the team for real. And the intro, G5, co-produced by myself and Seriously K5. Shout out to Seriously K5. That's the homie for real. And the outro that you're gonna hear after this is Andy B's, produced by me and DJ Sir Mike. Shout out to Sir Mike. We go by Sir No Name, and we got a joint called Dance Dance Revolution. That's off that project. It's for you to dance to and stuff like that. So shout out to the producer homies out in Tulsa for real.
Yes,
Okay. And no, thank y'all. As stated, I definitely took y'all's advice. I know I was slow to the party, but dealing with life and all that. But definitely took y'all advice and just wanted to get some of those things on. We got still a whole bunch of things coming, y'all. So yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all for looking out and just putting me on game and us being a team, and being a collective. So I appreciate that and being brothers, man. So I definitely appreciate that. People, again, don't forget to subscribe on all the platforms that we on. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Twitch, iHeart Radio, Spotify. Coming soon to iTunes. HL Podcast, y'all. Peace and love.